VLDC 2024. That's what it is. It's VLDC 2024. That's all it is. It's the entirety of VLDC 2024 made into a single level. We call it Long Cave. Alright, I don't think I need to go to Yoshi's house. I think we can go to the Loamy Grotto. You know, I read your message, and then I looked, and then I had to stop and think for a second. And yes, I think this makes sense. This level does look like something of a disaster. Are those skulls? I thought those were going to hurt me. Like, so far this isn't, aside from the aesthetic aspect, not horrible. This is awful. The blinky, this blinky sprite thing is not pleasant to look at or jump on. I keep thinking it's gonna hurt me. What? Wait, what was I supposed to do here? The Mario Maker thwomp. It's a choice. Let's see if it goes anywhere. Nope, it does not. Alright, so I'm gonna guess what I was supposed to do is I needed to find a P-switch and separate. Thank goodness you used the base ROM. No, I don't want to go right there. Well, it'll probably catch up. Alright, just run off the edge and grab the power-up. This cannot be that hard. Okay, there we go. Have to do that 4 more times. Alright, well that went the wrong way, but that happens sometimes. I'm still looking for the P-switch that I believe exists. Because it had... Oh, right, there's a block that kills you. Didn't read the rules, said vanilla level design, so you didn't touch anything in fear of being disqualified. Oh, I guess that makes sense. You didn't read the rules? Wait, what? I didn't read the rules, and so I didn't mess with anything to not get disqualified. You know what would have helped not getting disqualified? Reading the rules. There's just something funny about that to me. I had many options to avoid disqualifications, and I chose this one. It just made a lot of sense to me. I don't know if I needed to split those, but they're split now, so that's how it's gonna be. God. This is when Kurtis reveals he's Johnson. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, the thwomp is very much in Johnson's wheelhouse of things. You can read the rules and still get disqualified for something not mentioned. No! Well, I don't know why I'm still going for those. That guy was a lot chiller the last few times I played this. Really would love to hold on to a power-up there. Johnson is banned. Yeah, Johnson's banned, but he comes back every once in a while. Stupid Mario Maker thwomp. Gonna waste my time. Oh. But yes, it helps to read the rules. It helps to understand the rules. There's a lot of things about that. I mean, Kurtis isn't because he hasn't perennially done things that would make all of the judges mad. Johnson has done a lot of things that made all of the judges mad. I mean, it's not just like one thing, he just consistently submits painful levels. Which is just kind of his prerogative. I don't know why that didn't proc. Oh, there it went. We'll do that again, except when I'm not dying. There we go. Why, I support replay of all things. Welcome, this is Dinosaur Land. We find the strange land that Bowser is missing again. Looks like Toadstool's at it again. Wait, oh no. Kurtis is a mid-air guy. I could see it. 8 Hammer Bros. Of the amazing variety so much. Looks like Bowser. The Swamp's gonna have a nice kill count. Oh, he is absolutely gonna have a great kill count, as I forget about it every time I spawn into the level. That's what happens when a specific kind of Kaizo person makes a standard level. Oh, there we go. No! Ah! I was like, I'm so excited to have a power-up right here. And then that always happens. Realized back in the Monkey Island playthrough, threw shit on bits, and then it calmed down. Yeah. I don't know. People don't throw a lot of bits, but it's fine. Aside from Squiggles. Squiggles is still doing that weird thing where he can only talk and chat using his, using bits, because he's doing a VPN thing. And his VPN is soft banned unless you're throwing bits at people, which kind of makes sense, because like if you're throwing money at people, they probably should let it go through. Miku's fine. At least last I checked. I don't know what to do there. That like slide right there. Didn't hear Kappa's. It went on the screen. It wasn't TTS because I'm playing Mario World. So they wouldn't be hearing it unless I read it, which I did. Dagnabbit. Oh, I'm just gonna keep dying right there. I don't even know what to do right here. Because that happens right there. Just because you can hear doesn't mean you can see. Yeah, that's fair. No, Miku takes over whenever, like, there's not a better way of handling bits. It's an inheritance thing. So whenever there's not a better handler, Miku just takes over. I like that. Like that, I have no idea what to do there. This area is so tight. What? Well, just like with the rewards, right? There are different modules that... I swear you ask these questions right after I die, so I will die to the thwomp again. Just like with anything else, there are different modules that handle different modes of playing. So if I'm playing nothing, there's the standard game mode, which does very little, but is the base class that handles everything else. So one of the things it does is it figures out what to do with rewards, and the base thing is run TTS. If there's other things, try going left. Yeah, Miku reads the text. It gets transliterated from English to Japanese. I have a transliteration thing that I picked up a while ago, a library for Python, or for Java. Well, actually, it wasn't even a library, it was meant to be something else. It's supposed to be part of a different Miku-style TTS bot, but the transliteration part is good enough that I kept it. Not sure going left helps. For English words. Well, the thing is, an awful lot of English words can be transliterated into Japanese fairly well. Not all of them. And it tries its best to figure out a decent approximation. Let all the platforms go down? No, it's clear that they're supposed to leave some on top. Like, that's the kind of hint that you get, like, at a Kaizo level. But fine, we'll take all the platforms down, because it can't hurt. Like, it clearly is indicating, because, like, that part continues forward. Alright, well, maybe we'll try that next time. It was worth a shot. But yeah, the transliteration stuff is old, or, well, an awful lot of the TTS framework stuff is old now. So I implemented that for, like, April Fool's Day 2021, I think. Oh no, actually, I guess I did have to rewrite a good chunk of it, because the way I was running it was previously pretty lousy. It only worked on that specific machine, and it had a problem where I was running Miku in a VM, because I pirated Miku at the time. Well, that's not the plan. And didn't trust it. And so instead, I went and bought a legitimate copy from Japan, which was only like 60 bucks. It wasn't that bad. But it's Vocaloid 2, I'm pretty sure. And I have a physical CD and a physical CD key to go with it. And only a certain number of installs, because it's that kind of software. If I run out of installs, I have to call Japan and see if they'll hook me up. Because it's that kind of software. Okay, they're all down here with me. Still got hit there. Does make this part easier. Oh, okay. There was a I didn't even see that coming. But yeah, ended up rewriting that stuff. I don't know when I ended up doing that, because the original version that ran in the VM ran on the machine itself and talked on the machine itself, which just didn't sound good. It made it very scratchy because the audio stuff in the VM didn't work right. Which is odd to me, because the way you talk to VMs now on Windows is through RDP. And RDP always handled audio really well back in the past. Like, I would play MP3s through remote desktop, and it worked fine. I'd play video games over remote desktop, and it would work adequately. So yeah, you definitely have to split them. Like I said, the level... Now we know. Yeah, but the thing is, I still have to do it. Okay. But yeah, the new Miku system is a lot more robust and works regardless of what computer I'm using, as long as this machine to my left is right is up. It's just a lot better. Because instead of doing what it used to do... Well, maybe with 3 and 1 I can do this. No! The third half is... Knowing is half the battle, the other half is shooting someone. G.I. Joe. Shoot. But yeah, it now just records to WAV files using the normal Windows TTS system, and then it serves those through the message bus, and those go out to wherever they need to be played. So I hear them locally through my chat client. You hear them through... Actually, what handles that is actually the message box to the right. An awful lot of my overlays, there's a hidden message box off-screen that you can't see that does the same thing. In fact, actually, no, the one to the right doesn't handle it. It's a different one that's hidden off to the right. Well, 3 and 1 might still work. Need to get ahead of it, though. Okay. No! Reminds you of people arguing that the US is not about the US not adopting the metric system. We're not. It's not happening. They tried. It's not happening. Not in any meaningful sense. Like, everyone in science uses the metric system, obviously, because science, except that one time on that Mars rover, but we can ignore that. Engineering is a weird mix. The honest truth is that forcing imperial units on other places actually helps, bizarrely enough, as a form of protectionism. And so the United States is loath to give that up anytime soon. Slow progress, but doesn't know what 9mm is. I mean, yeah, it depends upon it. We absolutely do know what 9mm is. That's a type of bullet, right? It's one of the standard ones. clearly. That's one case where we may have adopted the metric system you weren't surprised, they'd be surprised to see, is guns. Oh, I did not like that. Okay. No, I can't jump there. That friggin'... That Podobo is just mean. I mean, there's a lot of mean things this level, but that Podobo in particular is really hard to work around. Like, the problem with Podobos is you never quite know what they're gonna do. Will they spawn again? Like, you only know what they're gonna do on the very first instance. Otherwise, they're semi-RNG. Which is painful. I disagree. I disagree. Anyway. But anyway, to bring a long topic to a close, the system knows when it can use other things for bits and whatnot, and so it uses those if it knows they're there for a given mode. So like, if I'm playing, say, Mario World, it does the Mario World stuff. If I'm playing Zelda 2, it does the Zelda 2 stuff. If I'm playing Final Fantasy V, it does the Final Fantasy V stuff, and so forth. So on and so forth. Nuts. You know, for some reason in my mind, I'm like, I need to make that a spin jump, and then I hesitated. Also, top lava doesn't usually kill you, so I probably could have gotten away with that. The only thing that's keeping me doing this level without doing some cheats is the knowledge that the dragon coins are very likely mile markers, and I've already seen 4 of them. I'm gonna guess that's Zucati. Nope. What was that? Let's see. I don't know why I translated that. That sure was the message at the beginning of that. The Mario Maker Thwomp is particularly annoying every time you die, because I have to go all the way back to the world map. Like, I legitimately want them to reform this for Kaizo stuff. Like, give people the fast retry, or at least give them the option for it. Saying, oh yes, the judges will be happy. It just makes everyone happy when you have fast retry for hard levels. Old school experience be damned. Like, since we're making base patches for these things anyway, what's the point of not embracing at least some comfort, some nice patches? But then it wouldn't be annoying? See, that's the issue, isn't it? Then we could force it to not be annoying. But our hands? I mean, you can always put that on the controller. Like, I like non-instant retry, because then I can look at my failures and be like, yep, I sure failed there. And wait a second. And get hit by the instantly spawning hammer. Forever. Instantly spawning hammers. Some things never change. Nope. Well, at least I got the jump off that. Feel mildly proud about that. Some people can't put down a control. I mean, it's true. But outside of Desi, who isn't judging these levels, most people can. Or even playing these levels in all likelihood. Actually, I don't know. How far do you get into, like, Hyper 6? Or 5, or whichever Hyper that BK managed to wrangle him into playing? That's just to tire me to throw things into orbit. The speed of retry should be proportional to the frequency of deaths. That would be nice. Prompt retry that instantly turns off sprite and layer display, just a black screen with retry. I mean, someone's bound to do that, so you can't actually think about how you died, because that'd be cheating or something. Kind of like those puzzle games where, like, it removes, it, like, puts up a different pause screen so you can't see it, because your time matters or something. But I'm not opposed. I mean, I did have the problem where, like, it removed... Does it remove sprites? When I was doing 1F8, I was like, I'm not getting a lot of the information I need out of this. Hey, I got a fire flower, that's cool. Oh. God. No! Wow, because the thwomp was dying! Ugh. Like a morsel thing. Disable pausing the game because it breaks my setups. You know, the funny thing is, I would believe Morsel if he said that, even if it wasn't true. Like, I absolutely believe that nonsense. Well, that was nice while it lasted. Oh, whoops. Anyway, not much else I can do about this other than just grind, so I could tell other story. Things I did this weekend. Played some pinball. Got a really good score on James Bond. Not quite sure how you do it, but there's a way to proc an extra ball that's really easy. But the problem is I don't actually know what you do to do it. It just seems to show up somewhat randomly when I'm playing. The other one I'm pretty sure I understand the actual mechanics of getting that one, which is like start 3 villain modes or something. Dang it. But yeah, I set the 3rd place score, and I went back and checked a little while later and found it down to the 4th place, but I'm not complaining too much. Still doing decently on that front. The fact that I'm still in a place at all is always pretty excellent. I even checked the other place. I posted that I had a high score for a specific mode in Godzilla, and I went back and checked, and it's been like a month or two, and I still have that specific high score there. And I cannot get off the stupid... Anyway. But in addition to that, I went into the alleged Oktoberfest around here in Seattle. Decided I didn't want to pay to get in, so I volunteered to pour beer for a bit, which was actually pretty fun. It was in a less trafficked area, and so there was not much to do. I spent a non-trivial amount of my time trying to hawk it as if I was some sort of carny. Informing people that there is in fact no line for this beer. This beer is line-free, etc., just so I'd have something to do. Which I don't think actually ever works. I don't think people could really hear me over the din, but I had fun. And I got in for free, and I tried a few beers, and some of them weren't great. One dude who was in my line who mentioned there was a sour somewhere, and I was interested in trying it, and I completely forgot about it once I was done serving beer. But that was most of the weekend doing that kind of thing. Still working on my theory about Arkanoid. I think no one actually likes playing Arkanoid. Like, we play it, but I don't think anyone actually likes it. Which I know sounds weird, but the game I think is completely carried by the knob. Like, no one would ever play Arkanoid if it wasn't for the fact that you use the knob to control it. Or the paddle controller, as fancy people might call it. I always go set the high score on Arkanoid when I see it, because most people aren't that good at Arkanoid, and I can generally, within a quarter or two, beat the relatively low high score. Breakout? I don't know, I don't ever see Breakout in the wild. I see Arkanoid a lot. It's a surprisingly popular cabinet. in the wild in Seattle, I guess. One of the places I go to has two. Both a traditional stand-up cabinet with apparently a relative, like it's like a compact cabinet, because I was talking with the dude the other day about it. It's actually yesterday about it. Dang it. And it has a much smaller screen than he expects. He prefers the a cocktail equivalent one, which I tried playing and I'm like, I can't see enough of the board. I can't see everything all at once, and that does bug me a bit. We played head-to-head a couple times. It was fun. Nope. Oof. But, like, if it wasn't for the knob, no one would ever talk about those games. Isn't Breakout, like, the older version, like Atari 2600 style thing? Or am I thinking of a different one? I know that one of the goals of the original Apple was to be able to play Breakout well. At least that was one of Wozniak's goals. I'm not sure it was one of the other Steve's goals. But assuming you play Breakout with a paddle controller, then yes. Best escape room. No, game. It's arcade? Yeah, what is... Yeah, nope, that's what that looks like. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen one of these in the wild. Even at, like, arcade shows. Which is weird when you think about it, because some people have a lot of nostalgia for the Atari era. But you don't see a lot of the, like, 2600 style earlier Atari games. Like, I'm trying to think if I saw any of those. Maybe I just don't like them that much and I don't notice. That might be the case, actually. I just don't notice them because I don't care about them. So I was thinking about the Tacoma Game Show that I went to this year, and was like, did I see any there? And the answer is probably, but I didn't look at them very hard. They did have a couple, like, really cool oddities, like a shooting... I guess like a shooting training machine that was really cool. It put up different targets and whatnot. You had to shoot them. And had a cool gimmick at the end where the last target is a cup. And you shoot the cup and it appears to shatter into a million pieces and fly around. But of course, it's just a trick. There's cup pieces and then there's the cup. It just makes the cup disappear really quick when you shoot the cup target and then throws the pieces everywhere. There's gotta be a way to do that more consistently. Did not attach a brake right there. And I'm already dead. Like, it shocks me how hard it is for me to do this consistently, given that there's not that much that changes between each run. Also, I don't get very many coins per run, so the fact that I'm on 6 lives already is somewhat impressive. Hey look, I have a mushroom in my box. That rarely happens on level start. They usually die to something spritey in the levels rather than falling off. Gotta come up with a better way to do that. Yeah, I don't know about Breakout. I'm just wondering, are there fewer of those kinds of machines out there, just in general? Just hard to know. No! Oh, that green bean! Impossible to know. The most common thing I see in most arcade pinball places is the classic, like, here's a Neo Geo that has, like, 3 games in it. And, of course, it's Metal Slug, Bust-A-Move, and, like, one other game, and I never remember what the other game is. But those are, like, the only games for Neo Geo that anyone cares about, I think. Oh, this is fine. There we go. Got back here for once. Okay. gonna stand on this. Why'd I jump into that? Alright, so that was new territory at least. I wonder how much more level there is after that. But definitely in a case where you have to keep up with the object itself. I am definitely gonna, like, do a dramatic reading of Jupi's commentary after this. Okay. Like, everything is positioned perfectly. I don't know why it's inconsistent in some ways. Like, he just decides not to do his thing sometimes. That's always consistent and painful. Okay. I made that there again, at least. Well, that could have gone better. Oh, I wanted the mushroom. I need to stop getting greedy about that mushroom. I need to stop dying to that thwomp. There aren't actually any coins in this level beyond the dragon coins, are there? On. Yeah, I think I should do a normal jump there. That seems to work a lot more consistently than what I'm doing. Trying to put the spin jumps in place hasn't been working too hot. Yeah, I just need to walk forward there. That was free. Go. No, where am I? Okay. I keep forgetting that thwomp is not spin jumpable. That makes things trickier. Didn't want to spin jump off that. No. Okay. Oh, great. Hammers. Unkillable hammers. Technically the brown blocks. Yeah, but I don't get any of those. One of those, I'm at 6 lives, and I accrue my coins so slowly. I think the 3-in-1 strat has proven pretty adequate. Okay. And land on that. Oh, there's no Can I just walk through the thwomp after it's dying? How does that even work? There we go. Let that get ahead. Notice I now have a lot more of these things to deal with. Okay. New territory. Don't care. Wait, there's more? That was the 5th dragon coin by my accounts. There's a moon. Nope. I'm out of here. Oh, I'm out of here. Yeah, I just straight up ignore the fourth one. I'm just not for it. Yeah, the skull did look worse. Holy cow. All right, let me. I want to see how this level did because I didn't look too hard. This came in 57th, which is definitely in the lower percentage. You know, some of the scores are surprising, except the 17. That one actually makes a lot of sense. Not Jupi in general. I guess no. Jupi always had lower scores. Let's see. Nope, no yump. I am 0 for 5 now. 4 or 5 now. Just not working. What did Jupi have to say about this? That's not that. Level design 3. Creativity 9. Atmosphere 5. It definitely had atmosphere. Deaths 31. I had more than that. This level, it is a disaster if I'm being honest. Immediate gotcha thwomp, glitchy graphics, cluttered enemy placements, especially the ball and chains, which at some point can be legitimately impossible to dodge, enemies that can follow you through the whole level, namely the Chuck, strange maneuvers you have no way of knowing until after you die to them, and it's kind of a huge mess. We'll say the idea of having to split the skull raft in half is kind of cool, but the way this level executes is not well thought out. The P-switch is tough to hit while on the rafts. The section where you have to traverse through the aforementioned ball and chains is their absolute worst. Yeah, that bottom section was definitely the hardest part of that, I think. For him, this was one of the most frustrating levels in the contest, despite being fairly short and only taking 19 minutes to beat. Oh, Jupi did way better than I did. How long did it take me to beat this one? It took about 37 minutes. It's true, though. I mean, you've embraced it, so there's no shame. It's just what you made. You made something more appropriate for like maybe one of those Kuso contests or something, and not VLDC. But that's just fine. It wasn't that bad. My hands don't hurt, and it only took that long. And thank you all for the GGs. It could have been worse. I could have died at the end. That would have been nightmarish.